Hey, welcome back to Get Down to Business, where we talk about all things small business. Today, we're diving into the world of health insurance, a crucial aspect of employee benefits. And joining us, returning with us, is our guru of all things health insurance. That's Tom Miroballi. He is a health insurance expert. He's here in Chicago today, but the great thing is that he has helped so many of our listeners around the country. And as we always call him, the guru. Tom, it's a pleasure to have you back on.
Well, I'm pleased to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. So as you know, so many of our listeners are small business owners. Can you briefly explain or maybe refresh us on the different types of health insurance plans that are available to them?
Well, basically what J.B. Pritzker and Joe Biden did about three months ago, they've virtually taken the individual market for families, individuals, self-employed people, small businesses that use individual policies. They've taken those individual policies away, and the only option is now going to be for the Affordable Care Act. How convenient, where they've taken away the short-term major medical plans, and those plans, the short-term major medical plans, were very, very, very affordable. Very affordable. I would say I've saved people $800 to $1,000 a month by keeping them off of the Affordable Care Act, which is not affordable, and placing them in to a major medical PPO plan for short-term coverage for families, individuals, small businesses, etc. Biden and Pritzker have taken that away. So the only thing available to the individual market right now is the Affordable Care Act, which is totally ridiculous because a family now has to meet over $18,000 on the Affordable Care Act, cash out of pocket, before the family has 100% coverage. And for individuals, it's like $9,300. So if you're a single person, and God forbid you're hospitalized, you have to pay out the first $9,300 before the Affordable Care Act might kick in. And when I say might kick in, is there is a lot of doctors and hospitals that won't take the Affordable Care Act because the Affordable Care Act doesn't really pay on time. So, they're like letting these hospitals finance themselves and finance, the Affordable Care Act by not paying them. And that's wrong. That is totally wrong. And Pritzker should really be canned for this. And this guy wants to run for president next time around. It's moronic, totally moronic. And we all know about Joe Biden. So he's totally out of the picture. But we have to get the short-term major medical policies back in Illinois because we were saving people $800 to $1,000 a month per person against the Affordable Care Act.
Tom, what would you say are some of the key factors that small business owners should consider when choosing a health insurance plan for their employees or, of course, for their families as well?
Well, now the one company, Golden Rule United Healthcare, they have a policy. It's not a major medical policy. It's a hospital surgical indemnity plan. And an indemnity plan, the patient pays the hospital or doctor up front, turns the bills over to the indemnity company. In this case, it's Golden Rule. And Golden Rule will reimburse the client as much as 80%. And that is where people will save money because those premiums are lower. There's no deductible, and it gives you 100% coverage. And they give copays and RX copays and doctor copays, that type of thing. So that's where I'm sending a lot of people to, the hospital surgical indemnity program, because a lot of people really think about it. A lot of people really don't use the doctor visits, their health insurance for a simple doctor office visit. And a lot of people don't get into the hospital and have surgeries and things like that. So the surgical plan through Golden Rule, which is owned by United Healthcare, is a good plan for people. I am working with some people with a different insurance company that claims they have something for Illinois, which is really affordable, and I'm interested on what the schedule of benefits is going to be. So once I get that, then if I like it, then if it's good for the client, then I'll bring it into the fold.
Absolutely, Tom. Again, really always grateful for your expertise that you bring to our listeners in the Chicagoland, Illinois market and beyond. We're chatting with Tom Miroballi, our guru of all things health insurance. Tom, we're going to squeeze in a break in just about 30 seconds. But before that, can you share how our listeners can get in touch with you and your team?
Well, they can call me direct at area code 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477. Or they can email me at tmiroballi@yahoo.com. tmiroballi@yahoo.com.
Perfect. Again, chatting with Tom Miroballi, our guru for all things health insurance. You just heard how you could reach him, and we'll continue our conversation with Tom in just a moment. But a reminder that you could always get in touch with me on my website, syklein.com. We archive each and every show, and we've been on the air for over 11 years. We've got a lot of great content for you. Just check out syklein.com or check us out on your favorite podcast app. Again, a quick break. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back to Get Down to Business, the show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. We're continuing our conversation with Tom Miroballi about all things health insurance. So, Tom, how does a health insurance broker like yourself help a small business navigate the complexities of choosing and implementing a plan?
Well, I asked the business owner to give me a census of the employees. First, I need, what type of business they're in. Second, I need the names and the dates of birth and what town they live in, because every county is different price-wise, and whether they use tobacco or not, and if any of them have pre-existing conditions like insulin-dependent diabetes, something of that nature. And then once I get the census, which is all the ages of the employee, the spouse of the employee, and all the children, where they live, what the zip code is, what county they're in, I can prepare a quote for them, usually the same day, and email it out to them or just call them back and go over it with them. And then if they want to come in, I could come to their office or we can meet up someplace, because all this transactions that we've been doing have now switched over to electronic. So I can do everything right over the phone, and then the client is informed of what's going on the very next day from the insurance company. And it's really streamlining the situation. And it's working out very well. We just have to get used to it.
Yeah, and that helps our listeners, small business owners, families ultimately save money, which is huge. So, Tom, just before we come to a conclusion over here, I'm just curious what you're seeing as some of the latest trends or maybe good news. I want to focus on that. I want to end with a positive in terms of what we can expect in terms of health insurance in the Illinois market or just nationally over 2025. What's coming up?
Well, the bright spot in this is the hospital surgical plan, the indemnity plans. Those seem to be picking up speed because they're very much lower in price. There's no deductible. It's a PPO, and your out-of-pocket costs, there's no cap on it, meaning usually with the old insurance, you have a deductible, and then if you have an 80-20 plan, the 20%, once the client pays the deductible plus 20%, with a stop loss of $5,000, then the insurance kicks in at 100%. But with the indemnity plan, there's no deductible. and it's a PPO. You can use any doctor, any hospital. And I'm finding out a lot of people don't run to the hospital, and a lot of people don't have surgeries every other month. There are people that do have that, but I do have to use underwriting guidelines for the hospital surgical plans, but they seem to be working out very well, going through a company like Golden Rule, which is a United Healthcare company. So that's the trend right now. Depending upon what President Trump is going to do about reversing Biden and Pritzker's decision to eliminate the short-term major medical plans, I'm hoping that President Trump is going to reinstate that here in Illinois. It's not in every state. It's just here in Illinois that they have eliminated the short-term PPO plans.
Well, Tom, we're going to have to leave it there, but I want to give our listeners one more opportunity to get in touch with you. Can you share your phone number and email address one more time?
Sure. My phone number is 630-863-3477, and they can email me at tmiroballi@yahoo.com. That's TMIROBALLI@yahoo.com.
Perfect. Again, that was Tom Miroballi, our expert and guru for all things health insurance. That's our app for us this week on Get Down to Business, the show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. As always, get in touch with me on my website, syklein.com. A shout out to our amazing guest this week, and of course, our dear friend, Tom Miroballi, for all your health insurance needs. He is our resource, and I encourage you to get in touch. To success, let's get down to business. We'll see you next week.